Hey, welcome to the channel, More Dirt, More Distance. Well, I finally decided to do it. I pulled the trigger and I bought the Bestop Sunrider for the Gladiator. And it took me so long to decide whether or not to make this purchase, basically because it is just so expensive. It's $750 for the Black Diamond, $850 for the Black Twill, and that's just a lot of money, especially for a part that's not going to improve the performance of the Gladiator. It doesn't add any lift. It doesn't add any grip. It doesn't protect anything. It doesn't help you if you get stuck. And for it not to do those things, and it just seemed like a lot of money. The reason why I decided to go ahead and do it is because I really do love removing the freedom panels. And the issue there is like, what do you do with the panels once you take them off? I've typically been throwing them in the bed of the truck or throw them in the back. But if the bed's full of gear or you have people in the back, what do you do with these things? And it really came down to convenience and just making the time out on the trail more enjoyable. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through the install. After that, I'll give my opinion on it because I've actually had time to take it out on the highway. I took it out camping over the long 4th of July weekend. So I'm gonna tell you what I thought. You already have all the tools you need in here. A T40 Torx bit and the wrench. There's minimal hardware and this install is rated as easy. The first thing you'll need to do is remove the freedom panels. Always start with the driver's side. Clean the hardtop roof seals. And the windshield roof seals. This is the driver's side rail. You can tell because the Bestop logo is on the rear. This is all the hardware required. Place the door rail onto the sport bar of the Jeep. Unfortunately, the Mopar handle is going to cause a problem. You repeat all these steps on the passenger side. Grab one of the M880 screws, screw it into the front of the door rail. After installing the door rail on the driver and passenger side, you can install the deck. It's best to use 2 people if possible. Now for the trickiest part of the install for me, installing the Z-clips. The Z-clip is inserted in the hole by the Bestop logo. Slide it in and then rotate it forward. It helps to look at the image in the instructions. I had to remove the Mopar handles because the deck needs to sit flush against the sports bar. Use 2 of the M8020 screws to secure the door rail to the deck. Grab the M880 screw and bolt spacer bezel. Insert the screw into the rear of the door rail. the installation is almost complete, you'll need the rear clamp and the last two M820 screws. Attach the rear clamp to the deck. Use the screws to secure the deck in place. Pull the Sunrider down, secure the latches, and you're good to go. Well, that was an easy install. Only takes about 30 minutes, minimal tools, so that's great. For my overall opinion on the Bestop Sunrider, I will say my biggest concerns was the noise. So when I went out camping, I was driving 75 miles an hour down I-70 heading up into the mountains, and the noise increase was minimal. That being said, the Jeep is already loud between the exhaust and the tires, so just being a little bit more louder is not a big deal to me. The only two times where it became noticeably louder was when it rained. The sound of the rain hitting top was definitely louder than having the Freedom panels on. And also when I was driving under overpasses, especially overpasses that may have had a big semi or something going over them, because that sound is coming directly down off of the overpass and into the Jeep. So that doesn't happen all that often, so no big deal. It is made very well, I will say that. I bought the Black Twill. It looks really nice. All of the parts are quality. It was easy to put together, so no complaints there. As far as the ease of use, you can't beat it. You unhook the latches, push it back, it stays there. You want to close it up, you just pull it forward, lock it in, stays there. So no complaints on the installation, no complaints on its actual quality of the product. So it all comes down to your budget and how much you enjoy having the Freedom panels off. If it's not a big deal to you to have the Freedom panels off, it's not worth $850, it's not worth $750. But if you really do enjoy having the experience of having the roof partially off, getting that sun when you're out on the trail, and that's really something that's important to you in your off-road experience, I would say it's worth it, because it's quality, it's built well, and it allows you to do that. And you can just go ahead and take your Freedom panels, put them in their case, put it in the garage, forget about it, and you're good to go. So if you found this installation review helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next mod.